Good morning and welcome to Neighborhood Network. I'm Diane Cross. My guest this morning is Kevin Wofford. He's with a group called 80's Party with a Purpose. Actually, that's what the event is that we're going to be talking about this morning, an 80's party that has a purpose that's a really good one, and that's to help families that are connected with a military service out of Selfridge. Good morning to you, Kevin.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm great. How you doing?
Not too bad at all.
Now, 80's Party with a Purpose. There's going to be a lot of people that's going to appeal to just for the 80's part, but it's always nice when there is a purpose behind the party. And tell us a little bit about that.
This year we have decided to help two local military charities. One is Team Selfridge Military Family Assistance, and the other is Blue Star Mothers that is basically out of St. Clair Shores and St. Clair.
Okay, now when you say we are going to help, who's we?
It's Dean Johnson, who's actually the founder and started this event last year. He's more the push that he wanted to give back to the local charities and figure out something we could all do together to give back. And then there's Paul Perrone. He is the guy that handles the money. His accounting background has helped us out quite a bit. And our other friend, Frank Scalabrino, is the person you give a microphone to, and he knows the best how to use it.
So the actual group is called 80's Party with a Purpose.
80's Party for a Purpose.
Okay, I thought maybe that was just the name of the event or the night, but that's your group, and what you're doing is going to use your party proceeds to benefit these two other organizations. Tell us a little bit about Blue Star Mothers.
Blue Star Mothers, the first chapter, actually was chartered out of Flint, Michigan during the Second World War.
Wow.
They are a great group of mothers who do quite a bit. I mean, they do everything from Operation Wounded Warrior, which basically send needed supplies to the active military all around the world. They do a lot of volunteer work at the Detroit VA hospital. And one of the more important things, I think, is for the families of the loved ones who have made that ultimate sacrifice, they do the blue and gold flag presentation. They do a lot of work, and there are a lot of great people. We couldn't say no.
Okay, we have to say what a Blue Star means, though. You're calling them the Blue Star Mothers, and they do this great volunteer work, but what is a Blue Star?
The Blue Stars are what the military has, and when they make that ultimate sacrifice to the family, they exchange those Blue Stars to Gold Stars.
So a Blue Star means a family has somebody in the military, in the service, and then unfortunately when it becomes a Gold Star, that means that person has been killed or died while in service.
Yes.
And so these are families that are giving back to others, even though they themselves are going through maybe, of course, missing their family and wondering if they're safe to those that have lost that family member to service.
Absolutely.
How very generous that they would work so hard for others when they themselves would be going through.
Yes. And matter of fact, one of the first mothers that I talked to, she actually has three active military family members, and she hasn't had her full family home in Christmas in almost 9 years.
Wow. That is a great deal of sacrifice of their own family and then to help others. But I imagine that's actually very helpful and therapeutic for those that are involved in the Blue Mothers.
Absolutely.
And then tell us about the Team Selfridge Military Family Assistance.
Yeah, Team Selfridge Family Relief was actually started with the Lock St. Clair Kiwanis Club and the Air Wings Selfridge Air Group. They started basically a fundraiser to open up a food pantry. Now, the food pantry has done pretty good. And I think the one thing that's important about their fund is that because of the military members are basically full-time civilians and only part-time military, when the families are struggling, they don't have the resources of the full military to help them with that financial burden. This fund helps the Guard Reserve help those families.
And what kinds of things are you helping them with?
We do everything from like to help with the food pantry. The branches at Selfridge Military will help military members that maybe were out of a job. They help supply them with grocery store credit cards to help on the commissary base, help them with perishable foods, anything they might need.
I think so many of us that don't have military family experience or are unfamiliar with a lot of this, the language isn't necessarily something that translates easily. Do you know what I mean? We may not realize that being part-time in the Guard, that it is part-time, that it's not, so many people think you're either in the service or you're not.
Right, absolutely.
It's either a full-time job or you're not, but that you may very well be an unemployed person during the week, and then you're 1 week in a month or whatever that you're in the Guard, that's the only time you're serving.
Yes.
And so those are some of the people that you say you're helping because they maybe don't have other jobs, other employment.
Yes, they may have been laid off or their business is closed, and the financial opportunities that the full-time military get, these part-time military don't get those chances. They don't actually have access to all those programs.
Wow, that must be very, very difficult to get by. And so thank goodness that you're able to help, or that the Team Selfridge Military Family Assistants are able to help some of those folks. And that's kind of why you're going to have the 80s Party with a Purpose, is to help these two organizations. Why don't you tell us about the party? I'm talking with Kevin Wolford. He is the assistant coordinator with the 80s Party with a Purpose. Tell us about the event coming up.
This is actually going to be a fundraising event that'll be held Saturday, March 10th at Total Sports in Harrison Township. And we are going to put on the biggest 80s nostalgia party of the year in Macomb County. We are going to be offering, it's a combination of dinner, dancing, raffles, best dress contest. We have a lot of prizes. Buff Whalen Chevrolet and, Olympia Salon and Concord Inn, and some local businesses have really stepped up and to help us with some great prizes. Sugar Bush Tavern has done, a lot with the military. They're helping us out again this year. And even Taco Bell and White Castle have stepped up and given us a lot of things to give away at the event. And we're planning to make this the best party that we can have to raise money for these two great charities.
That's great. And you said that is Saturday, March 10th at the Total Sports in Harrison Township. Now, I have to wonder, because of the military opportunities or exposure to supplies, does that mean the parachute pants at this 80s party are going to be real parachutes?
You know what? I think it'd be great. I know the ones that I'm wearing aren't, but...
Well, the ones you're wearing are from the 80s, so...
Yes, they are.
Probably good thing you've saved all those for all those years, so the 80s fans, and I imagine the music will just be very popular with so many people.
Absolutely, and the video that we're actually having, the video DJ, we're actually going to be playing a lot of those 80s videos that used to be on MTV when we were growing up.
Oh, how fun. How very fun. All right, I'm talking with Kevin Wolford, where he is the assistant coordinator with the 80s Party with a Purpose to help the Blue Star Moms organization and the Team Selfridge Military Family Assistance organization. It's Saturday, March 10th at Total Sports. How about a website we could send somebody to for more information?
Absolutely. You can go to 80spartyforapurpose.com. You can also buy advance tickets online. There's also some information if you want to send it in. There's also, you can download an event flyer on there. You can download a sponsor flyer on there, because we are still really searching for sponsors and donations of all kinds.
And is it the number 80 with an S and then Party with a Purpose all spelled out?
Yes, it is.
80spartywithapurpose.com, and we'll have a link to that website from our website, DetroitCommunityAffairs.org, and we'll have a link to this 80spartywithapurpose.com. That is the 80s Party with a Purpose to benefit the Blue Star Mothers and the Team Selfridge Military Family Assistance Program. Kevin Wolford, thank you so much. I appreciate you not only you're talking with me this morning, but all of your efforts that you're doing along with 80s Party with a Purpose to help others.
All right, great. Thank you, and I appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you for joining me this morning on Neighborhood Network.